like to congratulate myself and the rest of my class for our success through the first 13 years of our schooling. I'd like to thank the teachers that brought me here and that helped me on the way. But I most importantly like to thank my parents for their positive influence on me growing up, because I wouldn't be who I am without them. I think I could relate my parents to the sun in multiple different ways. My father routinely rises at 5:30 a.m. to begin his long, tedious hours of work. He spends a lot of time guiding people beneath him, and he spends a lot of time guiding people who aren't as experienced as him, and he never wavers in being an example of ambition and the power of consistency. And I think that is an example that shows me what I could be. My mother is a teacher, a public speaker, a Christian, a hard worker, a mother and sister, but above all, she's a mother. And I think I admire and appreciate how she puts that role over everything else in her life, and she shows me that she cares about me so that I can reciprocate those feelings to others around me. My mother radiates light through every room she shines in, with a voice that reaches the halls of your home and the corridors of your heart. She's a pillar of positivity to every person whose life she touches, and I want to be like that. I'm inspired by the family I come from to be authentically myself and to trust and cultivate the light that I have inside of myself.
Congratulations, Ryan. It's been a pleasure being one of your older brothers as you've grown into a young man. As the youngest son, you've most likely walked through life feeling like all roads have already been traversed. Roy and I have already left impressions on a majority of your teachers and tutors, already have gone through all of your classes, have already seen a lot of the emotional labor you've had to experience as a blooming adolescence. But despite having this overarching shadow put underneath you or over you, despite having this shadow put over you, and there may have been many points where you felt trapped underneath all of our accomplishments and the legacies we left behind and what future paths we've been blazing, you've used your place as the youngest to mature better and avoid all the shortcomings me and Roy had fallen into when we were your age. You have become truly the manifestation of all the best traits that me and Roy learned through our time here at Cambridge and here in Alpharetta without falling into as many of the shortcomings. And you've become a very well-founded young man who I feel is in a good place to succeed socially and emotionally once he leaves home. Even though I have no doubt you'll do well once you leave home, always remember that the next few years of your life will test how you function as an adult, as a young man, because you will soon become a full-grown, you'll become an older man like me, Roy, and Dad, existing and functioning in the world with your own strengths and weaknesses. Without a strong sense of self and a clear identity of what you want to do, you will not make it far. I promise you that. I've seen countless students go to my college and drop out, fail, or lose sight of what they're doing. So always have to hone in on and envision on what you want to be in the future. Not what I've done in my life, not what Roy's done in his life, not on what great things Dad has finished and completed in his life, but on what you want to do to fill that cup of yours. I have a poem that I'd like to share to you. It's probably one of my favorites and helped me stay focused in my path to my own individuality and gain my own strength. The Man in the Arena by Theodore Roosevelt. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done better, The credit belongs to the man who's actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. I thought about this poem a lot going through college, because I, like you, also to go live up to a legacy that is bigger, ideals are bigger from someone else. So remember that you are in charge, you are the pilot of your own ship, and you are living up to your own expectations, and never let anyone put you down for anything you seek out as the right thing for you to yourself. For advice, I have a few ones to give you. First, engage with life genuinely. Don't fear doing any new activities or hobbies that don't fit what you think you are as a person right now, or how you appear to be as a young man, or as a black man, or as an African man, or as a kid from a suburban neighborhood. Engage with life on a true, sincere level, and no one will truly be able to shoot you down. Second, never speak ill of anyone behind their backs, at least without the further ability to be clear and confront them on it in person. I've seen many people fall into this horrible rabbit hole of gossip and hide, and tear apart friend groups in massive explosions when everything fails. So just be sure that if you do feel you have an issue with someone, confront them. There's not to be anything physical, there's not to be anything bad, but use a part of your words to speak and reach to a conclusion with them, even if that means that they don't end up being with you throughout. And finally, how the greater world around you works is that a lot of outrage and fear are pushed onto you. The world seems like it's constantly ending around you, but never truly feed into that idea. When me and Roy left for college, we had the interruptions of COVID make us feel that the future is unsteady and uncertain. When Mom and Dad came here to America, they left their whole home and family to go to a whole different country. Just know that regardless of how much fear and uncertainty the future has for you, persevere, push forward, and continue to live to the fullest of your own strength in whatever new ways you may find here or further in college or even outside of college. I love you very much. You always have a couch to crash on in my apartment in Maryland or wherever I end up going. I know the same thing is for Roy and everyone else in the family. So congratulations and keep going strong.
Well, Ryan, oh my goodness, how the years have gone by. Whoa. So you think it's time for you to cut the apron strings and leave? I'm so happy for you. I'm very proud of you. Thank you for helping me so much here at home, especially with dinner. It's going to be different without you at home. It's definitely going to be, I feel like a new type of empty nesting is kicking in. But I wish you well. I think that more than your brothers, you are really ready to go out into the world, because you have two brothers that have showed you that it's okay, you got this. A few things I'd like for you to remember. You're very friendly. You also have a soft heart. You have a great sense of humor. Take that with you. Don't leave that anywhere. Keep the humor. I know that sometimes we've been in a car together and we've both burst into laughter without saying a thing. Call me. Text me. Don't wait for anything bad to happen and then you call me, because, you know, I'll be calling you if you don't call me. And if I call you and you don't answer, I'm going to be right there looking for you. Like I told your brothers, I'll say the same thing to you. I'm going to be praying for you. I'm going to be wishing you well. And if there's a time when you can't see me, you know I'm right there with you, okay? And you keep going and keep doing good. In life, if you ever have an opportunity to either choose to be with the people who are very happy or the people who are sad, choose to comfort those who are sad, because that is probably what they need. But smile, be happy, sing, little singing boy, remember your chorus days, have fun, go out and soar, and you know, you're always welcome home. I don't care how many engines you study, No matter how big or small they are, you will always, always be my small engine, okay? I love you. Go out there and do well. Thank you.
Ryan, congrats on graduating high school. That's a huge accomplishment. That's a huge accomplishment. You're on to the next step in your life, and that's huge, right? I typically, in all these speeches, I give a Bible verse, and so the Bible verse I'll give you is Proverbs 3:5-6. It's about trusting in the Lord and letting Him direct your path. So I know you're gonna kill UPenn. Some words of advice that I have for UPenn are some words of advice that I have for UPenn would probably be focus on grades, but more importantly, focus on what you're doing outside of school. That's the stuff that you're doing aside from the academics is what I believe is a bigger indicator of success rather than the raw academics. You could do well in school, but if you're not gaining the work experience and the life experience outside of it, then the grades are just grades and it's just A's and B's, right? So that's just something that you should remember.
Congratulations, Ryan, upon completing and graduating from high school. I want to thank you for the work that you've done here in my office. It has been remarkable having you here in office. The engineering drawings, the data flow diagrams, the documentation has been amazing. Thank you so much for contributing to that effort. It's been a pleasure to have you here in office because then you see firsthand the kind of work that I do, that an engineering firm would be doing. So that's wonderful. As you close this high school chapter, a new chapter unfolds in front of you, and that's the college chapter. The same playbook applies. Cultivate the love for what you're doing, the love for your colleagues, the love for your instructors, the love for the projection, the outcome of what's coming ahead of you. And of course, more than anything else, the light within yourself. That's what guides your path. Help avoid illusion and pitfalls. But most importantly, when you're the light yourself, you become the light to the world. And so, in closing, with the audacity of love, here is to you, Engineer Ryan Jabi Buziba.
Ryan Jabi Buziba. Sean Paul Bird.